Apple TV users, listen up. Remember the days when we had to install VPNs on our routers just to get rid of geo-blocks and watch content that we wanted? Well, those days are finally in the past since the Apple TV App Store finally offers native VPN apps. So, let me show you how I installed the best VPN for Apple TV 2024 and which VPNs are worth using to broaden your streaming experience. Okay, starting with the VPN provider that has recently released a native Apple TV VPN app, NordVPN. So before I explain all the things NordVPN can do for Apple TV users, here's how to install it. Step 1, install the app on your Apple TV. It's available from the store and the download takes basically no time at all. Step 2, get yourself a subscription. No escaping that, but don't worry, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try NordVPN and essentially for free. And for those wanting to spend even less, I've left my discount link in the description below. Now, on to step 3, launch the NordVPN Apple TV app and scan the QR code with your phone. The login page will just open, so just enter your credentials right there and boom, you've logged in. Okay, that was the final step. Now you have access to the app and over 6,100 servers in 61 countries, and the fastest NordVPN protocol, NordLynx. So the countries on this list are the locations I think of when wanting more streaming content. So it's more than enough for most region-specific services or just extra Netflix libraries. Beyond simply being a great streaming VPN, NordVPN is secure. It protects your TV from third-party involvement thanks to encryption, and it doesn't record anything you do. An audited no logs policy is here specifically for that. So that said, I'm sad that the Apple TV doesn't allow the full capabilities of NordVPN. The ad blocking threat protection feature is just not available, and it won't be able to get rid of those ads before every video, if you know what I mean. Still, this NordVPN app is probably one of the best VPN apps on Apple TV, and it's not just my opinion. Folks on Reddit agree as well. Okay, but I'm not going to ignore one of the biggest conflict points, and that's pricing. NordVPN is not free, but it's definitely one of the more affordable options if you want to use Apple TV with your VPN. Remember, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I also have those exclusive discounts in the description so you can actually save some money if you do purchase. And once you go down to check the discounts, okay, consider leaving a comment telling me if you already use a VPN with Apple TV or which one you use. So I would appreciate that. One more provider to discuss is ExpressVPN. Now, it also has a new app for Apple TVs, and it's about as easy to set up as NordVPN. The steps are pretty much the same, including the QR code login, so I'm not going to go through all of it in detail, but I will talk about the app and ExpressVPN Apple TV compatibility. So while there are an unknown number of servers, I guess ExpressVPN is shy, those are split across 105 countries, which is an industry-leading amount of coverage. So technically, if you want the absolute most content to watch, ExpressVPN is definitely your choice. All right, with this VPN for Apple TV, 4K streaming is not a problem, since it's fast enough to handle even the highest quality video. But when NordVPN and Surfshark can do the same, this is pretty much to be expected. Okay, on the security level, ExpressVPN doesn't innovate the Apple TV VPN. The encryption is still there, and the ExpressVPN's no logs policy is audited, so no sudden data collection here either. That said, the Apple TV app is still lacking compared to mobile or desktop options. One of the most important parts, the ad blocking feature, is missing. So this is especially sad since ExpressVPN relies on this and other features to be worth the price, since it's one of the more expensive options on the market these days. Still, discounts exist, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so trying ExpressVPN out on your Apple TV is not going to cost you a cent. As much as I like these native VPN apps, you don't need one to get an awesome streaming experience on your Apple TV. My example here is Surfshark VPN. This VPN doesn't have a native Apple TV app, but it can be used with one thanks to the smart DNS feature. Now, while Surfshark has a guide for the Apple TV VPN setup, if you need extra help, let me know in the comments and I might make a tutorial about that. Okay, now once you hook up Surfshark to your Apple TV, it provides you with a connection, but only to the US server. So it'll be quite useful for people outside of the US, but not for Americans. Sorry folks, still, even then, Surfshark is capable of unlocking a few streaming platforms with plenty of content. So unfortunately, just like with NordVPN and ExpressVPN, Surfshark on Apple TV does miss a few crucial features, from encryption to ad blocking. Those are unfortunate downsides that we're just gonna have to deal with until Surfshark comes up with a native Apple TV app. Still, Surfshark is perhaps one of the cheapest options to use Apple TV with VPN. It might not be perfect due to the lack of a native app and only one region, but if you can bear with that, you can easily enjoy a ton of content. Plus, a 30-day money-back guarantee makes it really easy to test. Now, you might be asking, if ExpressVPN is pricey and the other two are also paid as well, then why am I not covering a free VPN for Apple TV? Well, I would if there were any, but there aren't. So the truth of the matter is that NordVPN and ExpressVPN invested enough money to provide Apple TV apps, and even Surfshark didn't go that far. So free VPNs just can't catch up, and a majority of them don't even offer smart DNS or router support to make them usable with Apple TV even without the app. So even if they had, most free VPNs either don't support streaming or heavy bandwidth limits, making them just unusable for this task. But I want to know your experience. Which best VPN for Apple TV 2024 are you using, or are you just in the planning stage? All right, comments are down below, and that's where I'm waiting for your answer. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.